Topic of the day: how do I get too much energy? Too much energy, yes. Well, in the past I didn't have so much energy. I was just working and doing my things, and I was not feeling happy at all. I was just surviving, and I didn't know how to make things better in my life. I was using stimulants, I was drinking a lot of tea every day, and I was eating a whole bar of chocolate every day, about 100 grams, sometimes more. I was also going to bed late and waking up not so early. And in general, my overall energy was quite low. I told you I was not a happy person. I was staying a nice person, polite and stuff, but my energy was low and I was not happy. I was also drinking alcohol at that time, and I think I was drinking alcohol because my life was not fulfilling, and I was just looking for some kind of high, and I wanted to forget about my terrible, sad life. And the thing is that I didn't really have anything serious to complain about. My both parents are still alive, my brother is still alive, I had a nice cat at home, and I was still seeing friends during the weekend, and I had a nice small flat, and I have enough food to eat every day. I had all the basics, and I was still feeling so sad, and I didn't really know why. That's terrible, huh? You don't know what's wrong, and how can you work on a solution when you don't know what's wrong? So I was just feeling sad randomly, and I think it's not natural, not normal to feel this way. Something must be off in the life if you feel sad randomly. I was also doing a few things to escape my life at that time. I was playing a lot of video games when I was not working, and I even started to watch porn. I was playing video games online with other people, and this is totally not real life. I was playing late at night, it's terrible. And I was feeling like I was becoming quite stupid just because of the activities I was having. And at some point, I was crying in my bed for no reason. That's so fucking sad, huh? I was going into a depression. And I don't know, for some reason I wanted to become better. I still wanted to improve my life, I just didn't know how. So what I did was starting to watch documentaries about many kind of topics. And many things gave me important keys to improve my life. And the things work. I finally started to take action in the right direction. One of the things I did was improving my diet. I became a vegan after a few years. I also stopped drinking alcohol, and it was one of the best decisions of my life. Because when you drink alcohol, you're not fully conscious anymore. You can become super unconscious and a super retard. And yeah, quitting drinking alcohol, yeah, it's a super good idea. Because alcohol tastes like shit. Now, honestly, alcohol tastes so bad. That's why we add some syrup and some fruit juice and other things in the alcohol, because it tastes too bad. Seriously. Why did I even drink alcohol? Like beer. I didn't even like beer. It was just a social thing. And doing something because other people do it, it's not a good reason to do it. So drinking fruit juice alone is fine, but putting alcohol in it, like what? Why? It costs a lot of money, and it's not good for your health. It kills the red blood cells. You have to know that. It's not good for people that exercise or people that want to use their brain efficiently. And having alcohol is not even fun. When I was drinking alcohol, I was seeing people that are not a good match for me anyway. Because everybody becomes stupid with alcohol, and then, yeah, why? I think people drink alcohol because they want to forget. Or when I was young, I thought that drinking alcohol was cool and it was belonging to a party's atmosphere, but nah, I don't like this kind of party anymore. I overdid alcohol a lot in the past. Not every day. At home I was not drinking at all. I didn't feel like doing it. But every time I was going out, especially with people of my age, yeah, I just smashed the alcohol like it was some kind of performance. Oh, that's really funny. Yeah? And then when I started exercising, yeah, I was interested in performance, but yeah, not at all costs. And I think that willing to improve yourself, yeah, it's a good motivation. You know, becoming a better version of yourself, improving your performance. But no, I would not improve my performance if my safety was jeopardized. I just want to have fun and be safe, and then, okay, in these conditions, yeah, I can do performance. It's cool. So I told you I started exercising. It didn't happen overnight. First, I improved my lifestyle. I went to bed early and I started eating healthy, high-carb vegan diet. And quite quickly, I had too much energy. Like I was eating a lot of fruit and I was feeling so good, and I lost weight. And after that, I started running. I just tried at the beginning and I really liked it, so I kept doing it. It was just like 2 or 4 kilometers at a time, but it's fine, it's enough. Having a sweat and moving your body is good. You don't have to exercise a lot to be healthy. Just exercise a bit every day if possible, and that's cool. It really worked for me. So I was running for a few years and then I started cycling, and wow, I really love that shit. I love cycling. It's beautiful. Low impact and being able to explore and being in nature or just commuting in town. Cycling is so great. I really recommend it. So I started exercising because I had too much energy from my lifestyle, and then it's a virtuous cycle. So you have to try that, guys. Start eating healthy like that and give up the booze. There's nothing good for you in booze anyway. We drink it because it's a social thing, but doing anything to please people is usually not a good idea. If you care about what other people think, then you are going to do bad choices for yourself in the future. It's also true when you're choosing someone you're going to spend your life with. If you care about what other people think, you may end up with someone that doesn't match you at all. You have to make decisions according to what's best for you. And if you feel better and if you have lots of energy, then you can help other people. But if you focus on helping other people when you are low energy, you can make bad decisions and it can be super draining. I think you have to keep the right balance. First, look after yourself, and then you can help other people, and this is so enjoyable. I also told you that I quitted stimulants. Well, I didn't quit completely all stimulants. Well, I hate coffee. I hate the taste, the smell, so I've never been tempted to drink it. I've had it a little bit in Irish coffees at that time when I was still drinking alcohol, but nah, I quitted that. And I also hate tiramisu. I think it tastes bad. It's just my personal opinion. So no coffee for me anyway. And about tea. In the past, I had a lot of tea because I was feeling tired and I needed my fix of stimulant. And now I almost don't have any tea. Sometimes I have a tea when they give it to me after a massage, a Thai massage in Thailand, or when I'm seeing a few people that have really, really good tea. But I just have a small cup, and that's fine. Well, I have to say that I don't enjoy the taste so much, but yeah, just a cup a few times in a year, it's not an issue at all. And the other stimulants, chocolate, cacao, I like to have some cacao, some chocolate like once or twice a month, but I don't feel the urge to have it like I was having it before. Like in the past, I needed my chocolate every day. It's a strong neurotoxin. It's a neurotoxin, yeah. The stimulants like the coffee and the chocolate, they are a neurotoxin. And you should avoid consuming that on a regular basis, I think. I like the taste of sweet chocolates, but no, I like to have dried fruit instead, it's fine. But when I'm going out like to the restaurant or eating with my family, it's fine that there is a chocolate cake and I have a piece of it and it's tasty and it's cool. But I would not have it every day because the issue when you have stimulants every day is that they numb you. You feel you don't live like in a steady way. The mood is not steady when you're using stimulants all the time. For example, you're having coffee and chocolate every day. then you have a spike, and then after the effect is worn, then you're down, and then you're consuming stimulants again, you're high again, and it spikes all the time, but your overall energy goes down, and it's not good because stimulant energy is fake energy. It's like some kind of whip that forces your body to be dynamic, and then once the effect is worn, then you're feeling down. Man, you have to rest. When you're tired, you have to rest. You have to catch up with the sleep. And first of all, you have to sleep at night if you want to have energy all the time. Because if you rely on stimulants, then it's not good for you. After some time, you'll feel so tired that even coffee cannot do anything for you. So I suggest don't ever start that again, because for some people it's really hard to stop. It's hard to stop using it because they become so addicted. Like my boyfriend is really addicted to coffee. He has a hard time quitting it, but I really hope that he's going to find a way. Anyway, I told you that my energy levels are high, stable all the time, and this is a result of not using stimulants and the result of sleeping at night. I go to bed at 8, 9, like I fall asleep at 9 usually, and I wake up naturally at 6, not later than 6 a.m. And I really feel like being productive, especially in the morning. I don't need any coffee, I just drink water. Every morning when I wake up, I drink this amount of water, and water is so important because at night your brain gets dehydrated and it shrinks. It literally shrinks. We know that, scientists know that. But we lose water all the time, especially when we are sleeping, because we are not awake and we don't drink anything. But we sweat and we lose water when we are breathing. So we lose water at night, and you have to fill some water in the morning if you want to have healthy hydration levels again. Well, have at least half of a liter every morning when you wake up, and then before every meal have water too, because when you have enough water, when you are hydrated enough, then it's so much easier to have energy. Your brain is not shrinked anymore, and your whole body has enough water to process all the nutrients and the waste. It's not an energy, there's no calories in water, but we need water to work properly. Secondly, you have to eat enough food, enough carbohydrates if you want to have energy, because all of the cells of our bodies, they work on carbohydrates. They can use other kind of calories, but the nerve cells, including our brain, they use carbohydrates as an exclusive source of energy. You need carbohydrates for your brain. Or if you're starving yourself or doing some keto or crap, it's not good for your brain. You cannot think clearly. And the thing with fats is that if you overdo it, then it's not good for your insulin, and it numbs your brain. You get a foggy brain. It's not good. Huh? And a low carb diet is very bad for everyone, especially for people that exercise, the athletes. You cannot perform that well if you're eating low carbohydrate. The carbohydrate will give you a punch, they will make you very dynamic. I need to exercise every day. I don't do it to lose weight. I do it because it makes me fit, it makes me even more dynamic, and I love doing that. In the morning, I'm planning, okay, when can I go riding outside? I need to organize that during my day and get out and enjoy the nice air and getting my sweat. I love that feeling. If you don't feel motivated to exercise, then maybe you are doing the wrong sport, and maybe you are not eating enough carbohydrates. And don't worry about carbohydrates, they won't make you fat. If you eat more carbohydrates than needed, then your body is just going to burn it via thermogenesis to make heat. And your brain is also a big consumer of carbohydrates. The human brain consumes a lot of carbohydrates. And if you have too much sugar, your body is also going to eliminate the surplus of carbohydrates via the urines, or even via the sweat sometimes, if you are having really a lot of carbohydrates. I had that last year. My sweat was smelling of sugar and I was losing weight. I know you hear everywhere that sugar makes you fat and carbohydrates make you fat, etc., etc., but it's so not true. You need to eat so much carbohydrates so much in order to have a small de novo lipogenesis, which means conversion from carbohydrates to body fat. But this phenomenon is so tiny, and you don't have to worry about it. It should not happen in normal life conditions. Okay, let's say you want to take steps to have more energy, like the things I'm doing. So what you can do is quitting stimulants step by step. For example, if you're having 4 cups of coffee a day, don't just stop overnight. You should reduce the amount first and start sleeping at night. Don't go to bed late. And having a proper night really helps to feel much better in the morning. Have your water in the morning. Exercise a bit. You don't need to exercise crazy like some people do. If you're just walking every day for 1 hour, that's fine. Or you can do more. You can run, cycle, do whatever you want. Huh? Swim. Start moving your body. You don't need to do it much. No more than 1 hour per day on average, and that's fine. Quitting stimulants, reduce the amount of tea you have. Also, it's very important. I know tea is not as bad as coffee, but it's still a stimulant. So. And I also suggest to avoid chocolate, cocoa. Don't have it every day. It's too often. It's so easy to have energy and motivation when your body is rested, hydrated, and carved up. But what you can do to improve your motivation is do something that you like. Because if you're doing some sport or work or any kind of activity that you really dislike, yeah, it's not easy to enjoy it, of course. So if you can get a better job or stop doing things that you really don't like just because you want to please others, then consider changing your life and try something else. Because if you never change anything, if you never challenge yourself, then your life is probably not going to improve. Okay, I hope these tips are useful. They come from my experience and all the things I read and practiced. I hope you like it. Please vote it and subscribe. Ciao!